Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 31st of Jan 2024 and today guys, Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be announcing the interest rate hike. Now I'm recording this podcast on the 31st in Dubai, so what I'm going to be doing guys in the episode that I'm going to be releasing tomorrow, I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that, and because of that guys, I'm very much sure the price of Bitcoin and the global cryptocurrency market is definitely going to react. Now as of now, the global cryptocurrency market is hovering around the $1.65 trillion mark, and since the last 24 hours, there is not much movement going on. So in today's episode, we'll definitely go and look at the global crypto snapshot. Now I'm also going to be covering some news from a leading stablecoin issuer that is Circle USDC, and looks like they're going to be operating on Celo network as well, so we'll definitely go and check on that. And Celo network guys is essentially a carbon negative mobile first EVM-compatible blockchain, so I'll definitely go ahead and discuss what this news is all about. We also have some news from a leading fintech giant called Visa, and they are actually enabling crypto withdrawals, so definitely positive news I guess. I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. And finally guys, towards the end of the episode, I have some news all the way from Germany, and looks like the German police have gone ahead and seized $2.1 billion worth of Bitcoin, and that was due to illegal operations. Now look guys, this is the power of open source, isn't it? Imagine if these transactions were done in physical cash. There's pretty much no way for the German police to go ahead and confiscate these funds, so there are definitely advantages of having an open blockchain. And guys, like we do in every Crypto and Coffee a Day podcast, I'm going to be discussing two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now the first news guys is a breaking news, and that is to do with central bank digital currency. And look guys, there are three different types of CBDCs. One is retail CBDC, the second one is wholesale CBDC, and the third one guys is called as multi-CBDC, also called as mCBDC. And this news guys has to do with mCBDC, and the news essentially is that UAE marks the first digital dirham transfer via mBridge CBDC platform, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. And guys, the second news has to do with Metaverse, and this has to do with a location called as Tether, which is a museum, and the news essentially is that Metaverse of Magic takes entertainment to new heights at Tether, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on that news. Now listen guys, I'm not getting quite a lot of news regarding Metaverse, and as and when I get more news and updates from the world of Metaverse, I'm definitely going to release a standalone episode on Metaverse everything that I used to do it every Fridays, so keep an eye on that. So quite a lot to cover guys in today's episode, so let's get started with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and Metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee a Day has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee a Day, so tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee a Day, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the Metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee a Day, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the Metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee a Day aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Thank you to our sponsors for being part of the blockchain DXB journey. Firstly, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website, that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE, so definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing and hosting training workshops, seminars and community events that educate, inform and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website, that is www.amt.tv, and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gov Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs, and these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen, guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally, guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now, guys, since we've taken care of that, let's kickstart by looking at the global cryptocurrency market. Now, as of now, guys, the global cryptocurrency market is at $1.65 trillion. But listen, guys, I wouldn't be surprised after the announcement. The global cryptocurrency market could potentially cross the $2 trillion mark, or it could go down below the $1.5 trillion mark. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. But as of now, since the last 24 hours, the global cryptocurrency market is down by 0.46%. If you look at the total cryptocurrency market volume since the last 24 hours, it is at $58.74 billion. And since the last 24 hours, guys, the total cryptocurrency market has actually gone up by 16.93%. Now let me very quickly run through the volume in DeFi, because the volume in DeFi is not looking good either. It is at $5.03 billion. And DeFi, guys, as of today, that is the 31st of January, is accounting for 8.56% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. And guys, if you look at the total value locked, it is at $52.52 billion, with Lido dominating so far as total value locked is concerned at $22.39 billion. And finally, guys, one metric that I'm definitely keeping an eye on is decentralized to centralized exchange. And as of today, it is at 15.05%. But look, guys, I'm really curious to check how this number reacts tomorrow, because what I've been noticing, guys, for some odd reason, on Wednesdays or Thursdays, the number picks up pace. And Jerome Powell, guys, later on in the day will be announcing the interest rate hike as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow's decentralized to centralized exchange dominance does actually cross the 30% mark. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of decentralized exchanges. And to be honest, guys, these numbers haven't changed since the last 24 hours. But once again, I'm really curious to check. And I wouldn't be surprised if the number of the top 2 or 3 platforms are more than double or even triple after the announcement by Jerome Powell. But as of now, guys, the volumes are pretty much the same since the last 24 hours, with Uniswap leading the decentralized exchange volume. And in terms of dollar amount, it is at $953.57 billion. PancakeSwap is at number 2nd, and its volume is $372.24 million. Orca, guys, is at number 3rd at $324.12 million. Radium, guys, is at number 4th, and its volume is $251.87 million. And what I'm going to be doing, guys, is before I read out the price of Bitcoin, we'll definitely take a deep dive on what Radium is, who the founders are, how the protocol works, and quite a lot of other. Now, the number 5th so far as decentralized exchange is concerned is Curve Finance, and its 24-hour volume is $194.32 million. Now let me very quickly run through the volume of stablecoins, because the volume is not that great either. It is at $53.75 billion, and stablecoins, guys, as of today accounts for 91.50% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now listen, guys, tomorrow I wouldn't be surprised if the volume of stablecoins is almost double. That is crosses the $100 billion mark. So tomorrow, guys, what I'd really recommend you guys to do is keep a track on the volume of stablecoins, and then compare it with decentralized exchange, and then look at the 24-hour trading volume. And to be honest, guys, based on the announcement by Jerome Powell, these numbers are definitely going to change drastically, and I wouldn't be surprised that the information from the FOMC meeting does go ahead and set the stage of what the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is, at least for the first quarter. Now, so far as the volume of stablecoins is concerned, Tether USDT is leading the pack, and its 24-hour volume is $42.05 billion. Circle USDC is at number 2nd, and its 24-hour volume is $5.70 billion. TUSD, guys, is at number 3rd, and its volume is $92.90 million. Now let me very quickly run through the market cap, 24-hour trading volume, and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, so far as the market cap of Bitcoin is concerned, guys, it is at $841.72 billion. Ethereum, guys, is at number 2nd, and its volume is $281 billion. If you look at the 24-hour trading volume, not much has happened since the last 24 hours. Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $24.2 billion, and finally Ethereum, guys, its volume is $10.38 billion. And guys, if you look at the dominance of Bitcoin, it is at 50.99%, and Ethereum's dominance, guys, since the last 24 hours has slightly picked up pace, and as of today it is at 17.02%. Now in today's episode, guys, let me very quickly run through the lifetime earnings of NFTs, and I've definitely covered these numbers in the past. Now the first one, guys, is Yuga Labs, and if you look at its lifetime earnings, it is at $567.25 million. Now mind you, guys, this number does include the actual sales plus the royalties as well, but let's say if you want to look at just the sales, you can definitely go ahead and do that via DeFiLlama.com. The second one, guys, is Azuki, and its lifetime earnings is $127.03 million. VFriends by Gary Vee is $122.15 million. Now the fourth one, guys, so far as lifetime earnings is concerned, is CloneX x Takashi Murakami, and in terms of dollar amount, it is at $119.03 million. And finally, at number 5, guys, is Proof Collective at $100.32 million. Now look, guys, one of the massive advocates of NFTs was Gary Vee, isn't it? And it's no surprise he's one of the person who's actually benefited by it. But look, if you look at the trend of NFTs right now, it is definitely died down. And I very specifically remember when the whole NFT hype kicked in, I used to see so many posts via LinkedIn, and to be honest guys, a lot of them had absolutely no clue what they were talking about. And I very specifically remember one of the posts that did actually go and try to explain what NFT is, and I did actually reply to that post stating that he had made 6 or 7 critical mistakes. He did actually accept that mistake and he completely removed that thing as well. And the person I'm talking about, guys, was one of the founders of a leading NFT marketplace. So when you're reading LinkedIn articles, make sure you go and do extra research as well. There's a lot of misleading and incorrect information, not just in the NFT space, but also in Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and even in the NFT space, to be honest. Now guys, before we look at the king of all kings, let me quickly run through a protocol called as Radium, because they're definitely in the top 5 so far as decentralized exchange is concerned. So let me go ahead and share some bits and pieces of information, because Radium, guys, functions as an AMM, that is automated market maker, which is a type of decentralized exchange protocol that allows users to trade cryptocurrencies directly with smart contract, thereby removing the need of a traditional order book. And additionally, guys, Radium acts as a liquidity provider, facilitating smooth functioning of markets by ensuring there is enough liquidity, that is essentially assets available for trading for users, isn't it? And guys, Radium is also integrated with Serum Decentralized Exchange, and Radium, guys, is specifically built to work with Serum Decentralized Exchange, which is a decentralized trading platform on the Solana blockchain. And guys, by integrating with Serum, Radium is available to leverage its order book system. This means that funds deposited into Radium are converted into limit orders, which are placed on Serum's order book, providing users with access to broader range of liquidity. And guys, Radium also has a utility token called as Ray Token, and it serves several important functions within the ecosystem, that is for staking for protocol fees, staking for IDO allocations, and also for governance votes. Now, so far staking for protocol fees is concerned, what users can do is they can stake their Ray tokens to earn a share of the fees generated by Radium protocol. And so far as IDO allocation is concerned, staking Ray tokens provide users with the opportunity to participate with initial DEX offerings, also called as IDO. It is kind of a way to get involved with new token projects, isn't it? And finally, guys, so far as governance votes is concerned, Ray holders have the ability to vote on important decisions related to protocol's governance. Now, so far as the tokenomics is concerned, Radium did actually go and launch with a total supply of 555 million Ray tokens, and over a 3 period, 34% of the tokens were released as incentive for liquidity mining, and additional 30% of the tokens are unmarked for partnership and expanding the Radium ecosystem. And these partnership tokens, guys, are typically subject to 1-year lockup period and then gradually unlocked over the subsequent 2 years. Now, so far as the founders is concerned, guys, Radium's leadership consists of key individuals with diverse backgrounds and expertise. So you have Alpha Ray, you have X-Ray, and you also have Gamma Ray. And so far as Alpha Ray is concerned, guys, he leads the strategy operations, product direction, and business development, and has a background in algorithmic trading and liquidity provisions for cryptocurrencies. And so far as X-Ray is concerned, X-Ray is the Chief Technology Officer and Development Team Leader and brings 8 years of experience in trading and low latency system architecture. And so far as Gamma Ray is concerned, Gamma Ray heads marketing and communications, contributing to strategy and product direction, and also has a career in data analytics, market research, and cryptocurrency trading. So essentially, guys, in summary, Radium aims to enhance decentralized trading on the Solana blockchain by providing unique liquidity solutions through its integration with Serum, and the Ray token plays a crucial role in incentivizing users and giving them governance rights within the Radium ecosystem. And guys, the founders definitely bring a wealth of experience to the project, covering areas such as trading, technology, and market. And look, guys, they're consistently in the top 5 platforms so far as decentralized exchange is concerned, so they're definitely a really crucial and important project in the cryptocurrency world. Now, guys, let's look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now, as of now, guys, the price is $42,903, and since the last 24 hours, it is down by 0.50%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 7.11%. Now, look, guys, in the episode that I released yesterday, that is 30th of Jan, I very specifically mentioned, because of the FOMC announcement, where Jerome Powell will be making a decision on the interest rate hike, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of market manipulators, Bitcoin whales, they are trying to pump up the price of Bitcoin, and as and when the announcement is made, they would go ahead and dump a lot of the Bitcoin, and that most likely could happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. And to be honest, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if the price of Bitcoin drastically changes in the next 24 to 48 hours. And later on, guys, I'm going to discuss what is one trend which I particularly have observed whenever Jerome Powell goes ahead and announces the interest rate hike. But before that, let's quickly run through the price of Ethereum and Binance BNB coin, because as of now, guys, Ethereum's price is $2,342. Since the last 24 hours, it is up by 1.59%. Since the last 7 days, it is up by 4.59%. Binance BNB coin, guys, is at $307. Since the last 24 hours, it is down by 1.01%. And since the last 7 days, it is up by 2.50%. Now look, guys, on the 31st of January 2024, in US, Federal Chair Jerome Powell will be making an announcement on the interest rate hike. And listen, guys, he's going to be taking information based on the inflation numbers, which was actually published on the 11th of Jan. And at that point of time, guys, the inflation numbers were definitely looking good, but that does not necessarily mean that Jerome Powell will not be increasing the interest rate hike, because there are different macro factors that he will be taking into consideration. Now listen, this is what I feel, guys. If he does go ahead and increase the interest rate hike, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market could actually go down. But let's say if he decides to go ahead and reduce or keep it unchanged, the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies will actually go up. These are my honest thoughts. Now let me just quickly run through two contrasting opinions on what could potentially happen. Now the article by Blockonomy states that this week's FOMC meeting could strongly influence market momentum, and in the article they have gone ahead and given their reasoning. But at the same time, guys, Blockworks, which is another leading article, what they have actually stated is that the Federal Reserve's decision to either raise or pause rates on Wednesday may not significantly impact the cryptocurrency market, and this is according to industry watchers. Both completely contrasting opinions, isn't it? Now what I'd recommend to do is this, guys. Jerome Powell will be going live via YouTube, and I would strongly recommend you to go ahead and listen to what he has to say, because what he does is he does go ahead and give out his reasoning as to why he's increasing the interest rate hike, keeping it unchanged, or reducing the interest rate hike. And after that, guys, he often has question and answer session. Now why this particular session is really critical, guys, in the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain at least, is because just few weeks ago we had the approval of spot Bitcoin ETF, isn't it? Now historically, guys, they never talk about cryptocurrencies, maybe because the volume of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is ridiculously minuscule. That's one of the reasons why I've never heard any topic regarding that. But in today's session, guys, I'm pretty much sure they're going to be asking him questions regarding spot Bitcoin ETF approval. And listen, guys, I have mentioned this thing so many times in the past. Mainstream media, they often tend to put out a completely different narrative than what Jerome Powell actually says during the meeting. So what I'd really recommend you to do is make sure you go ahead and listen to what Jerome Powell says. But listen, here's the interesting bit, guys. Do you go ahead and make decisions based on what Jerome Powell says? Cause listen, what I've noticed is mainstream media, they go ahead and put out a completely different narrative, and price actually reacts to what mainstream media go ahead and puts out, which need not necessarily be true. So what I'd recommend you to do is make sure you go ahead and listen to what Jerome Powell says, wait for a few hours, and then look at what mainstream media is actually publishing. And you'll be surprised, guys, the information what mainstream media puts out is completely different, and that is what actually drives the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. That is unfortunately the crazy world, isn't it? And what I have particularly noticed, guys, is 3 to 4 hours before Jerome Powell goes live, the price remains consistent. While Jerome Powell is live, the price remains consistent as well. But 3 to 4 hours after mainstream media has picked up the news, that is when the price fluctuates. Those are my thoughts, but no investment advice. Make sure you go ahead and do your own research. Now, guys, let's discuss some news on the world of stablecoin. And Circle, guys, which is a global fintech firm and issuer of Circle USDC, a regulated digital dollar, is bringing Circle USDC to the Celo ecosystem. And so far Celo is concerned, guys, it is a carbon-negative, mobile-first, EVM-compatible blockchain built for real world. When we talk about EVM, I'm pretty much sure you know that we're talking about Ethereum virtual machine. And guys, they have a governance proposal. And guys, the governance proposal will propose Circle USDC as the official gas currency for Celo. This, to be honest, guys, is an absolutely massive news. And this move adds Circle USDC to Celo stablecoin offerings, along with local currencies like Mento C Real and EXOF, pegged to Brazilian Real and Western African Franc. Now listen, guys, if you want to read through the official article, it is published via Celo Network's blog. and it is in the show notes below. Now listen guys, at this point of time, the Celo network is home to the industry's fastest growing mobile decentralized application, also called as dApps, and projects with a global user base of over 1,000 projects in more than 150 countries, including mobile wallets that is Valora and Opera Mini Pay, and Ultra Try 2MD stablecoin wallet in Kenya, Nigeria and Ghana, which recently crossed 1,111,111 users after launching in September of 2023. Now look guys, one trend which I've been observing, particularly from the world of stablecoins, is that the issues of Circle USDC are aggressively making partnership, and I wouldn't be surprised, let's say 3 to 5 years down the line, they just might overtake Tether USDT, and 3 to 5 years down the line, the most dominant player in the stablecoin world might just be Circle USDC. So definitely positive news so far as partnership is concerned. But listen guys, when you talk about stablecoins, me personally am not a fan of it, because they definitely do not follow the ethos of open blockchain, and I've said this thing so many times guys. Stablecoin issuers are definitely replacing the role of a bank, but at the same time, there are definitely a couple of great use cases of stablecoins, particularly when the price is fluctuating, isn't it? Now guys, let's discuss some news regarding Visa, and Visa has collaborated with Transact, which is a Web3 infrastructure provider, and they are going to enable cryptocurrency withdrawals and payments in 145 countries using Visa's direct solution. And this partnership guys allows MetaMask users to directly sell the crypto to a Visa card, eliminating the reliance on centralized exchanges. And the announcement guys was just done earlier today, and the new integration allows users to withdraw cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin directly to a wallet like MetaMask to a Visa debit card. Definitely a brilliant use case, and guys, available immediately. The integration enables one to exchange crypto to fiat and pay at 130 million merchants worldwide where Visa is accepted. So definitely positive news. And this news guys is actually published by Cointelegraph, and the link for the article is in the show notes below. Now guys, let's discuss some news all the way from Germany, and the German police have seized the largest ever cryptocurrency amount, that is 50,000 bitcoins, which is worth $2.17 billion. And the seizure guys is tied to 2013 piracy website that violated the Copyright Act, and proceeds from the illegal operations were converted to Bitcoin, and one of the two suspects voluntarily transferred the Bitcoins to the Federal Crime Police Office. Now imagine guys voluntarily giving up $2.17 billion. That is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? But listen guys, in the cryptocurrency world, there is also this saying that a $10 button could definitely force you to give up your private keys. Now listen, we talk so much about private keys and the government cannot go and ask you for your funds. But listen guys, if the police do come up with, let's say, a $10 or $20 button, they smack you on the head, you'll be more than willing to give out your private keys. And looks like that is what has happened in this case, and they have voluntarily gone ahead and given $2.17 billion to the German police. So definitely unfortunate news, but listen, when you talk about illicit activities, this does seem like a right move. So those were the news guys on the global cryptocurrency market. Now let's look at two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news guys revolves around central bank digital currency, and this news guys is making quite a lot of headlines, particularly in the Middle East. So let me go ahead and share what this news is all about. And this news guys is actually published by arabianbusiness.com, and the news essentially is that the United Arab Emirates completes first digital dirham cross-border payment, sending $13.6 million to China, and Sheikh Mansour initiates the historic payment during Central Bank of UAE's 50th anniversary. And the payments were made directly with China through mBridge using central bank digital currency for international transfers, and mBridge guys facilitates cross-border payments between banks, and Sheikh Mansour witnesses ETHRA program fostering Emirati representation in finance, and ETHRA guys, which is spelled as E for elephant, T for tango, H for Harry, R for Robert, A for Alpha, A for Alpha, focuses on training citizens at the Emirates Institute of Finance. Now look guys, it's really important to note that this area tackles central bank digital currency, and there are three different types of CBDCs. One is retail CBDC, where in the near future we'll be able to use it, let's say at grocery stores or let's say at shopping mall. And then you have wholesale CBDCs, which will be used within the country, let's say by transferring banks or having instant settlements within the country. And finally, what we are looking at right now in this episode, that is digital dirham, that is mCBDC, that is multi-CBDC, where transactions can actually take place between other countries. But so far as this news regarding digital dirham is concerned, the ceremony highlighted Central Bank UAE's 50-year journey contributing to stability and economic growth, and Central Bank of UAE launches FID program for financial sector digital transformation, and Sheikh Mansour guys emphasizes UAE's global financial center position, and Central Bank UAE's role includes stability, efficiency, flexibility, and economic growth and promotion, and the leadership is committed to empowering UAE nationals in line with international practices, and Sheikh Mansour underscores qualified professionals' pivotal role in financial sector strength. And guys, there was also a briefing on a platform called as ANI, which is spelled A for Alpha again, N for November, I for India, and essentially that is a platform to secure fund transfers by Al Ittihad Payments, and even open source was launched for consumer data sharing across the financial ecosystem, and Sheikh Mansour guys attended Sanadak launch, which is an independent unit for banking and insurance dispute resolution, and Sanadak does actually transport to your support in Arabic. Now look, as these initiatives demonstrate UAE's commitment to financial innovation and education, and these efforts guys contribute to UAE's goal of becoming a top global central bank, isn't it? But look guys, if you're from the world of cryptocurrency and blockchain or so-called Web 3.0, you definitely not be a massive advocate of this news. And what I'm doing guys is, on the 1st of February, that is tomorrow, I'm having a session on central bank digital currency, and the session guys essentially is broken into 3 parts, and in the 3rd part I'm definitely going to be covering more information regarding this news. And if you want to go ahead and sign up for the event, the registration link is in the show notes below. So definitely positive news in the world of fintech, I guess, but from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and Web 3.0, I really am not sure if you'd want to be an advocate of this news. Now guys, let's discuss second news, and this is to do with Metaverse, and the news essentially is called Metaverse of Magic takes entertainment to new heights at ITRA. So let me go ahead and share more information regarding this news, because Metaverse of Magic of ITRA offers an immersive experience until 2nd of February, and it is hailed as the world's first interactive illusion spectacle. And guys, the show combines technology and illusions by world-renowned illusionists, and audience participation is encouraged using smartphones to play along as well, and there were prizes including Sony PS5 that could be won by participating audience members. And this session guys was hosted by Jared Farrell, and the cast included global artists that is Charlie Ashby, Hara Horatwu, Sabine Van Diemen, and even Aaron Bruce. To be honest guys, I definitely need to go more research on this. And there were 5 dancers that assisted in transition between illusion acts, and the show actually combined breathtaking illusions, stagecrafts, and cutting-edge technology. And a hybrid immersive experience did actually involve integrating on stage with a digital screen. And guys, the storyline also involved a quest through the metaverse to face 4 masters of illusion. And guys, the audience were actually taking part in this, where the audience members used their smartphones to become active participants. And guys, the iGen magician called as Lennox with a double X was also called as Ash Hodkinson, and Game Master DJ Agard were the participants. And looks like guys, the guests could actually go out and explore the pillars of magic, the legal wisdom, creativity and courage. So really I'm not sure, to be honest, how this thing entirely worked, but what the report states is that the phone must be fully charged and connected to designated metaverse via Wi-Fi, and a QR code was sent that did actually allow instant updates to the next game or quest in real time. Now listen guys, this just looks like an app that was connected to actual world, isn't it? Or really I'm not sure where this metaverse kicks into this. And in this metaverse game of magic, a scoreboard did actually appear on stage after each of the 4 quests. And while this game was on guys, the phones were kept silent throughout the show for an immersive experience. And so far as the ticket price is concerned, it was at around 100 Saudi Riyal, which is $26, and you could actually get discounts for ITRA Art and Premium members. Now look guys, as much as I hate saying this, unfortunately I don't see an area where Metaverse merges with this news. It looks like it is a mobile app which is connected to real world, and there is no indication of it being Metaverse. Those are my honest thoughts, to be honest. So that's about all guys on the Crypto and Coffee Date from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about Metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Matt who asks, will UAE be in a position to go ahead and accept stable coins after they go ahead and launch central bank digital currency? Now at this point of time, Matt, to be honest, I really am not sure what the answer to that is, because I very strongly feel in order for mainstream adoption of stable coins, you're looking at least 3 to 5 years down the line, and coincidentally by that time, even central bank digital currency will be mainstream. Now look, I've been living in UAE for quite some time, and the UAE government as such are definitely proactive, and they definitely want people to go ahead and adopt a new technology as long as they are benefited and as long as investors are protected. Now so far stablecoin is concerned, let's say if there are Circle USDC, because the audit is ridiculously strong, I personally don't think that the UAE government will aggressively be stopping people from using stable coins. But let's say if you have some algorithmically backed stable coins, or even Tether USDT with a notorious history, I'm pretty much sure they're going to have stricter regulations. Now really I'm not sure if the UAE government, or let's say there are regulations that will actually force stablecoin issuers, that will actually force that people who use stable coins to go ahead and do their KYC. That is definitely a possibility, but as and when central bank digital currency goes mainstream, that will definitely be competing with stable coins. And look, I've said this thing so many times, as and when central bank digital currency goes mainstream, they're definitely going to pose a massive threat, not just to stable coins, but also to Ripple Network XRP, not necessarily as a competition to Bitcoin, because look, at this point of time, Bitcoin is a completely different asset, isn't it? And with the approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF, I really do feel that high net worthy individuals are only the ones who are talking about Bitcoin and most likely cryptocurrencies. But to answer your question, I do think that the UAE government, at least for now, will definitely be proactive in people using stable coins. But definitely an interesting question. But I'm hoping, let's say if Tether USDT were to go belly up, then there are going to be stricter regulations for other stablecoin issuers, let's say like Circle USDC or True USD or any other new stable coins, and that, to be honest, will create a problem for existing stablecoin issuers who are definitely playing by the books. And look, it's just a matter of time that we do find out some notorious activities in the world of stablecoin issuer, that is Tether USDT. But listen, Matt, I'm hoping I'm 1,000,000% wrong on this, because Tether USDT going completely belly up will be the worst thing that could actually happen in the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Now, so far CBDCs are concerned, I do have a session taking place on the 1st of February, so I'll definitely go ahead and touch base on this point, and we'll go ahead and make a key differentiation between, let's say, using stable coins and using central bank digital currency. Now, if you want my honest opinion, I would definitely prefer using a central bank digital currency over a stable coin, because look, I hate saying this, stable coin issuers are replacing the role of a bank, so rather than using stable coins, you may as well utilize central bank digital currency. You have customer service, you have the same protection, and if something were to go wrong, you can always go to the central bank and they will offer some kind of solution. In case of stablecoin issuers, that thing does not happen, isn't it? And as I mentioned earlier as well, stablecoin issuers are replacing the role of a bank, and they definitely do not follow the ethos of open blockchain. So in an idealistic world, people should be comparing stablecoins with central bank digital currencies, not necessarily Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. They are completely different topics in my opinion. And because of spot Bitcoin ETF approval, Bitcoin is definitely going to be there, but I really am not sure how stablecoins are going to react, and only time will tell, I guess. But 3 to 5 years down the line, I definitely going to see there's going to be stiff competition, and it's going to be really crucial to check what the future of Ripple Network XRP is. But to answer your question, the UAE government will most likely be proactive to both of them existing, as long as people are benefited and investors are protected. So definitely a brilliant question. And that's about all, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my website area2071.com that talks everything about Metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And how the series of episodes under Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well. news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE and Middle East, and the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.